So for the wellness pro that you're dealing with, like, to me, there's a few key questions right off the bat. And it's like, is this a hobby or is this a business? Which one? There's no wrong answers. If it's a hobby, we respect that, we get that. And let's just treat it like a hobby. If it's a business, right? Businesses, they have, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats. Like they may need to invest time, money, energy, and attention to be strategic in the marketplace. So which one is it? It's a bit of that how to invest conversation. So if they're like, if they've already done their one-page business plan, right? And the numbers actually make sense, like that, like their site, the opportunity makes sense, where they're like, we'll call her Jane. So Jane's Club, and the member journey, right? It's like, this is 1 year, and they want to work with clients that have these issues, right? And then they have these breakthroughs over the course of the year. And then the value of what's the value of the transformation for their clients from A to B? We'll say it's priceless. That's what they usually say. It's priceless. Like take a woman right now here's an example. Club Hero is $7,500. So there's a member in there right now, and she just had, we just had a coaching session, a group coaching session. And this is my VIP club where I'm modeling the way, like everything we say we do, we do. We don't make any bullshit up. We're not just like we prove it with our own business. So she has this huge breakthrough today. She's 42 years old and she's met the love of her life, and she decides she wants to have this guy's baby, right? But like coaching her through that in a group setting today and she's a lawyer, like she's a badass single mom, lawyer, beautiful, right? And she has this breakthrough, and like, how much does that change her life? Like when she's 65 and she looks back on us helping her with all these intimacy issues, all the stuff, all the emotional bullshit that was getting in the way of what she really wants, and she's able to process that, marry the guy of her dreams, have the baby of her dreams. When she's 60, she's going to look back at that $7,500. She's going to say, that was a good investment.
Priceless.
Yeah. Priceless. Right? Or like the other lady who's lost 30 pounds and now has confidence in herself. Like they look back, and what do they say? They're like, it's priceless. So for the wellness pro that you're dealing with, like, to me, there's a few key questions right off the bat. And it's like, is this a hobby or is this a business? Which one? There's no wrong answers. If it's a hobby, we respect that, we get that. And let's just treat it like a hobby. If it's a business, right? Businesses, they have, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats. Like they may need to invest time, money, energy, and attention to be strategic in the marketplace. So which one is it? So for this person, is it a hobby or is it a business?
Okay, so for this person, it's a business.
It's a business. Okay, great. So then with the business, we have to invest in order to get returns. So return on investment. And this is literally what I do with people. Like this is ROI. So then we can look at what are the investments they've made in the past. And where you're going to find this is in Lead Your Club. So it's going to help you to go through Lead Your Club in, this is in Club Thrive TV. I'll send you all these pictures. It's in Club Thrive TV School, where there's a different course and a different workbook that'll just help you in sales. You don't have to do it with the members until you run into an issue like this. So where has she spent money? Most of them have invested money in what we call modality training. So where they learn to do what they do with clients, patients, or students. So where did she make investments in the past? You know, like where'd she go to school?
She learned yoga teaching trainer, from a trainer. So she paid him. So that was her first investment.
Okay. So when you ask her then, like, how much money have you spent in your entire yoga training, including like travel, because often they have to travel, so accommodations, et cetera. Usually they'll come up, some of them will come up when you ask them this question. And some of them are doctors, some of them are whatever, right? So they, like, this number will usually be between 10,000 and 100,000. Unless they're doctors, in which case it could easily be 300,000. Right. And so this is that slide that we have in the slide deck of these different weights. And it's like, they're heavy in wellness, training, and then they're light in business training.
Yep.
And so then the question is, what would happen if they like evened these things out? Like, what if they could tip the scale more level by investing more
Business training.
in business training? Because they have half the skills. Now they just need the other half.
Yep.
Okay, so then if we look at, it's a business, right? What is the price of their club pass? So say their club pass, when you guys designed the club, like what was the price of her member pass?
Okay, so she was a personal trainer. She didn't have a club.
Right. No, you're making it up with her.
She just did one-on-one training with clients.
Okay. Did you go through the one-page
And
business plan? Or not yet?
she was making, it started out as a future you quiz. That's the thing. So we just transitioned into it. Yeah, it was
Okay.
a future you quiz,
Yeah.
and I just transitioned it into the best offer ever when she told me
Great.
that what she was struggling with was her business and how she wanted to take it to the next level, her yoga business. And I
Great.
introduced her with this club offer. I introduced her with WPA and how all of our past clients were doing business like this, and how WPA transformed their businesses into club models and how successful they are now. I sold her that idea.
Okay, great. So then what you want to do, like get her right into school. So invite her in if she's not already, is she already in here or no?
I sent her an email inviting her in. I already did that.
Okay.
Club site TV.
Okay, great. And so then what I would do is in following up with her, well, first of all, book a meeting from a meeting, right? So you're like, okay, awesome.
Yeah,
I'm going to get you in here. And then what you're going to do is we're just going to schedule this session now and we're going to see. So one of the ways that I like to sell is it's like, instead of pushing it on them with all this excitement, it's like, we'll see if you can scale.
exactly. Yeah.
You know, we'll see what skills you have, what kind of transformation you can guide, given your skills. Like, we'll see where it's broken in your scalability. Because she's at what? How much is she making right now?
Making 3,000 per month, 4,000.
Okay, right. And so then her goal is what?
The goal is 7K, 7 to 8K.
Okay, great. So she wants to double. So
Yeah.
now it's like you're on her side. It's like, okay, we're gonna have to figure this out because there's things that you're missing, right? Which is where you're stuck. So let's just figure that out. For most people, it's their offer. So like, tell me about your best offer. It's like, okay, no, you need a better offer. So I'm going to get you in here right now. And I would say like, it's a $500 process. I'm going to give it to you for free. Right. But like, you're going to have to do it. Are you going to do it? And you wait, you know, because you'll be like, yeah, I'm totally going to do it. Okay, good. So get out your calendar and let's Let's get you on my schedule because you're going to do a few things between now and the next time we talk. Do you have an hour to work on your business so that you can make twice as much money? Do you have an hour to do that in the next day or two? And they'll say, yeah, and say, okay, great. So then let's check in like first thing on Thursday and see where you got with this, or tell me a good time to meet on Thursday so that you have 48 hours to put 1 hour into doubling your business. Okay. So then she'll be in here and then you'll be like, okay. And then once you're in here, you're going to message me. Right. And you'll be like, I'll look for you in here. Right. And then you're going to just send me a message over here and we're going to start to chat and I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you start to like get ahead on your business, like for free. And if we can help you in WPA, like I'll let you know how, if it's appropriate at some point, if we think we can help you scale, it'll make sense financially because you'll be able to make more back than you're putting in.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly.
And you kind of keep waiting for them to like acknowledge, like you pause and so that they can absorb and acknowledge, and then it's the next step. So the thing is like the first thing you're going to have her watch is this one. And you can tell her, like, watch this one for 5 minutes. Because right now she's doing one-on-one classes, it sounds like.
Yeah.
And then she's doing group classes. So now we're going to see like if that good or clubs, then have her watch how clubs work. Say if you have a half hour, like this one's going to help really wrap your mind around a business model that will work for you for the rest of your life. So that you don't stay stuck in this dollars per hour thing that you got going on. No judgment.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So let me just go back to the pad for a minute. Okay. So let's say you go through this with her and the price of her club is, she might not have that much confidence. Like some people come on and they're just like, yeah, easy, $5,000. Some people it's like 2,500, like $200 a month. Yeah. Like it would really make sense. If I can help someone lose 20 pounds that would make sense. Like $2,400, they could get a raise at work. They'd feel better. They'd look better. All the things, right? So let's say it's at 2,500. How many people do you want to work with a year? Well, they're trying to get to what? You said 8,000 a month. So 12 times 8 is 96, right? They're trying to break 6 figures, right? So how many of these passes would they need to sell at that? Is there a VIP pass? Probably with a personal trainer. There's a VIP pass that's at, we'll say $5,500 a year. So how many people, and now we just start to break it down. It's like, how many VIPs could she work with? How many is she already working with? Where she has like, these are her most committed clients. So say she's like, okay, I want to have 8 VIP at 5,500, right? And then we're just doing the math, right? So then how much do we have left over? So 55 times 8 is, so that takes care of 44,000, right? So now we have to take the other bit, right? So we've got plus 46 is going to get us to 100. And now we've got to divide that by 2,500. We got to make it real for them, right? So that's like, did I do that right? No, sorry. 46. My math is horrible. Divided by
52.
5.
96,000 minus 44,000, right? 652.
So then they need, yeah, right? So how many do they need at 2,500? Because that's got to be 46. 18.4. So we'll round this up to 19. Now, if these numbers become more elastic, so this means she would have to enroll 27 people a year. If these numbers are more elastic, and this is where it's fun to kind of play with them around wrapping their mind around member cap, because if they could, if they could work with 20 people at 5K, then that's 7 less people to enroll. If it's all VIP, if that number is more flexible. And this is where it really gets into like their market and their skills and what they're good at.
This is where we're selling the club idea to them. This is where getting introduced to the club idea that, okay, so this is the only way I can scale this business is to turn it into a club. So I can reach more people, make more money. And there's no other way to get there except this way. That's where we sell this. And once this has been sold, we show them a way how to get there.
Yeah. And at that point, like it's really going to help for you to go through all those onboarding videos in WPA and understand how we really do it. And so if she can wrap her mind around like what's included in this, like that'll help. But another thing is like maybe this goal from where she's starting right now, maybe this is like a 2-year goal. You know, and so maybe it's less intimidating in year 1 to be like, okay, do 8 VIP, like keep this at 44. And maybe this is just 10 at 2,500. So this is like, you know, so then this is 9, this is 6. Okay. So now it's like 69K over the year. Now I'm back at my calculator. Like, what is this a month? 69 divided by 12. So that's still getting her to 5,700 a month, which is almost double what she's doing right now. And how many members does she need to do that? Like now she only needs 8 plus 10, 18. And so then she's seeing scale because she doesn't have to do anything different than next year. But then, wow, that 69 could turn into 100. And then you can let her know, be like, Kate, this is all she does. She does this business model and, you know, she'll do, I mean, once we get going, we'll start doing more than 100K a month. But you can just be like, you know, she's already done 150K this year in this business model or whatever numbers on the screen and keep.
We don't have to tell her the truth. Like people think you're a multi-million, you are a multi-millionaire, and people also
Yeah.
think that. And once we
Yeah.
tell people that, it gives them the motivation and drive. Like if Kate can do it, I can too. And
Yeah.
once we sell that idea, like, and it's not even selling, like it's the truth. So
Yeah.
uh,
And I think
all of these people are already your fans. Like they've been following you, and since the past 10 years, 15 years, they've read your books, and they
yeah.
think you're like they already worship you. So that's why I think like in every call I make, I think like Kate has 100% chance of making this sale in the next call.
Good. Well, it's fun to help them. Okay, so now I'm just going to go one step further on this. So we're saying that their club pass, if they're ever going to make money as a wellness pro without it just being time for money, that the first number we're starting off is this $2,500 for their first members. Right? So now we're back to this question. Is it a business or is it a hobby? Because we've been treating it like a hobby because we don't have the business training. So that means we have to invest. So we try to make it, and this is where I'm like, I'm on your side. I'm always on the buyer side, right? Like we want to help you and make this as painless as we possibly can. But we also know you have work to do. Like there's skills, there's a gap, right? We need to close this gap. So there's skills and you've got to show up. So if I give you a discount, the problem is you're going to always think in the back of your mind, like, oh, I should get a discount rather than I should invest to get return on investment. Right? We really want this ROI. So if you
We
invest
want to make sure you have skin in the game.
in skin in the game, because this is not going to be easy, but it's just a skill. And we have your hand each step of the way. Like we will walk this journey with you. So as long as this number is bigger than the monthly payment, right? Then it should be a no-brainer.
Yep.
And then you're pitching it as, it's not 12,800. Don't do that. It'll scare them. It's $1,244 a month. And you should be selling your memberships at $2,500 a month. And that's how you're going to pay us. Because yeah, most people don't start with the money laying around.
This is genius. Like, this is absolute genius. I watched your previous recordings, but when you did it live, like I could feel the magic. And this is really good. Like I know how you make these sales now. I used to think when I started that how dumb can people be, like they're enrolling and everything. But once I got to know it and everything, like I'm down. I'm down with the whole idea. So yeah.
Well, it's good. It's here, I'll